Red warning signs for American democracy. Tonight, harrowing new threats from right-wing leaders saying out loud what the vengeance and the retribution that Trump vows is going to look like. The latest warning is from a notorious conservative figure who rose to prominence by justifying some of the most heinous and controversial actions undertaken by a modern Republican administration. During the height of the war on terror, the Bush-Cheney team looked for legal support for torture policies, and they got it from this man, John Yoo. The DOJ lawyer who authored the infamous torture memos. It launched a scandal, triggering investigations, and eventually drawing bipartisan and global rebuke. The Washington Post dubbing it one of the worst ideas of the Bush era. That lawyer, John Yoo, is now bringing his same right-wing lawless approach to the Trump era. Except this time, it's not about justifying torture on terror suspects. He's trying to justify Trump's attacks on domestic political rivals. At a conservative conference this week, Yoo calling on Trump to, quote, retaliate against Democratic leaders who he falsely claims, without any evidence, launched politically motivated probes into Trump, saying, quote, you have to retaliate against them in exactly the same way until you get some deterrence if we're not going to become a banana republic. Unfortunately, we're going to have to use banana republic means. So this isn't an isolated comment. You saying something very similar recently on Fox News.
Republican DAs indict Hunter Biden or indict Joe Biden, just in the way that blue state DAs have been indicting, right, President Trump, because that's the only way I think you can get Democrats to stop abusing the legal system, to stop breaking the norms that they have. Now they're so worried because once they've destroyed all these norms in the way they've gone after Trump, they realize, right, Republicans can turn around and do the exact same things to them. Look, I don't want this norm to have been broken. I wish we were not using the criminal justice system to interfere in politics. But how else could you deter Democratic DAs from doing the same thing?
So don't do what Jesus would do. Don't love thy enemy. Play the long game.
Unfortunately, Jesus wasn't running for president.
Wu is the most credentialed legal voice on the right yet, amid a chorus of MAGA figures pushing retribution.
We now find ourselves struggling with people who have evil intents. Get mad at me if you want to. Some folks need killing. It's time for somebody to say it.
We're going to come after you. Whether it's criminally or civilly, we'll figure that out. But yeah, we're putting you all on notice.
We are in the process of the Second American Revolution, which will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be.
This comes as MAGA lays the groundwork for Trump to reshape the Justice Department in his image. The right-wing Project 2025 calling for the end of an independent Department of Justice, instead placing it under Trump's total control, allowing him to launch the kind of investigations he and allies like you are calling for. Trump knows how toxic this all sounds to most voters, so he's recently tried to distance himself from it. Today, though, ABC News reporting on the extensive links between Trump, his campaign, and Project 2025. Democrats now spotlighting this toxic GOP agenda as part of their Decision 2024 messaging. And it just might be working. The Biden campaign highlighting this chart that you see on your screen. It shows Google searches over the last month. That blue line, that's Project 2025. That red line, that's Taylor Swift. And the yellow line is the NFL. You can see searches for Project 2025 at the top, that blue line, now surpassing searches for Taylor Swift and the NFL. Joining me now is Skye Perryman, the president and CEO of Democracy Forward, a progressive legal organization pushing back against Project 2025. And back with us, David Jolly, former Republican congressman from Florida and an MSNBC political analyst. My thanks to both of you. Skye, first to you. I want your reaction to what we just showed, which is incredible, right? Project 2025 being searched more than Taylor Swift. And then I want to get your response to what you're hearing from John Yoo, who's calling for Republicans to retaliate. That's his word, retaliate against Democrats.
Well, it's important that Project 2025 is getting the attention that really it deserves, because it is an unprecedented attempt to pull power from the American people and to really compromise American freedoms and American democracy. On the issue of retaliation, the Project 2025 lays out a retribution agenda itself. It would seek to make the Department of Justice, which is a department, and the employees in that department that have, of course, an obligation to uphold the Constitution, to work on behalf of the American people. It would seek to replace those civil servants with partisan loyalists, ideological loyalists, and we see even laid out in the plans a lot of references to retribution, to the targeting of certain individuals. That's not America. That's not freedom. That's not democracy. And we know it's not what the vast majority of Americans believe. And so I think it's really important that people are understanding the nature of these threats with Project 2025, and that they are going to do their research, because when you do the research, it's quite chilling.
David, it seems every day we're reporting about a new threat of violence or retribution coming from Trump or MAGA world. Sure. My question to you is this. If the threat of judicial action has now been neutered or rendered impotent by decisions like the one we just got from SCOTUS last week, and the GOP norms for the party, as we've seen from the 2024 platform, have now all been debased, what's left to protect Americans?
Yeah, it's a great question. I would say re-electing Joe Biden and House Democrats and possibly Senate Democrats. I mean, you want to stop Project 2025 and you want to stop the weaponization of the Department of Justice, keep Donald Trump out of the White House, and put Democrats in charge of the lower house that's responsible for impeachment and other proceedings.
Hey there, MSNBC fans. I'm Luke Russert, and be sure to join me, Rachel Maddow, Jen Psaki, Lawrence O'Donnell, Steve Kornacki, Joy Reid, and many more September 7th in Brooklyn, MSNBC Live Democracy 2024. Click on the link for ticket information. We will see you there.